Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. This is Martin in here. And this week we have the VSA 360 as part of many of the good features that we talk about in here to get you trading in the right way. And definitely some of the things we've been highlighting since the Wednesday live FB that we have done. That one strategy that will put you into a hit. Let's take a look at some of those trades that we were talking about previously. And of course, we continue to see the market sell-off, especially in the US market. This is also due to the couple of comments that was made by the US Federal Reserve a chairperson saying that a 25 basis point isn't good enough and they are looking at 50 basis point high, and the market is pretty scared of it, and of such the KLCI has turned downwards too. But we will look at all those matter as we see this market likely where we are hitting using the VSA 360 that many of you who are very familiar with it. If not, go for our 10-day free trial in here. Let's take a look what we have for you this morning, right? And this morning we want to talk about the range bound of the market right now. Many of you would have seen the market is caught between a hard and a soft landing in here. The hard part is where the resistance, the 1500, that I don't think it is likely to break. And why? Because the sign of weakness is already here. But the support, which is the soft landing at 1460, immediately quickly rally in here. But it does look like it is be going to what we call a S3 distribution, stage 3 distribution. But what you want to do to put that edge on you is to use the insider buying and selling, where many of you may find this really an advantage in here. We'll check out some of the stocks that really function in here, and definitely if you are inexperienced, that's why VSA 360 right now with some of the 2023 features and benefit will put you up in the right. So of course one of the alerts has always been on our intraday alert and insider buying right now available on 360 in here. Now let's take a look at the VSA 360, what we have seen so far. And even this morning I have finding difficulty to look for shares to be looking at to buy in here. But let's take a look in our dashboard that we've seen so far and the VSA 360 that we're here. Thank you, Nora, for your support, and great to see you again after Wednesday. And I do hope that some of the shares we've been telling and doing in here. So right now you could see all markets has already turned red pentagon. Singapore is red pentagon. Hong Kong is, Hang Seng is red pentagon, and Dow Jones is red pentagon. So it's just a matter of time. Like it or not, our KLCI will also turn red pentagon in here, right? It will turn red pentagon. And as such that you have seen also, let's look at the 7 Sarawak cable. Let's click on in here. Oh, surprisingly, oh, okay, we're experiencing some database alert in here. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Well, we'll see. We want to take a look at this in here. There is a shutdown on this morning in here. So it looks like the server is out. It was just working just now. Right, it's back right now. And yep, just okay. Let me just let the as I doing this. Let me just get my technical help in here. Just too many connections, right? Because heavy server usage and lots of user is moving in here. So this is what we are having right now. Let me just get on to the market and see anything we can do. All right, let's continue with the what we have in here since we are not able to access. The KLCI definitely is turned green pentagon in here, as we said before in here. So what we are likely to see right now is the continuing downtrend of the market, right? Because where we are here, because the market has turned red pentagon, right? It is green pentagon, but on the certain side of it, you will see the other part, which is the other part of the US market has turned red pentagon. Now the KLCI, there is what we will see right now in here, a disparity between the KLCI and also the FKLI. The KLCI and FKLI have two. The futures chart are turning red pentagon, definitely for that part. And you can see the KLCI charts are turning right pentagon in here. So this is the two disparity that we are seeing right now. But let's see whether we can do before the charts align back. Right, so you can see also this week many of the the green pentagon work pretty well. First of all is SMI, so we can take a look in SMI in here, going into the trading view. That's why we always have a backup, right, which is the trading view for our real-time charts here. That will put you into a much better position. Right now we can see in here, and so let's take a look at SMI, which is Southern. This company really make a big buzz. That was a 25% move. But if you do notice from the green pentagon way back in 23rd of December, been going up and going up, that's almost 153% return in here for that one. Let's take a look at the next one. CY Park, we all know about it. We've been talking about it in here. So that one is also been performing well if you have caught those nice green pentagon in here. But let's take a look at what we are seeing in here, whether we get some more connections. Okay, looks like we are back in now. The server already self-corrected in here. So you can see next one is CY Park. Let's look at CY Park. Right, so CY Park also since the green pentagon that we have here, and you can see 174% too. So lots of the market are doing pretty well as such that you see in here. So that's something very positive. Of course, there are some others like EG. Okay, EG, these are all penny stocks, and generally they will perform much good. So of course you want to aim for certain types of profit. You can see this one here, almost 14%, and it's really at very dangerous level right now. You can see EG has really gone up in here. Of course, there are some that did not perform well, but these are the green pentagon that has moved pretty well in here. But we can also check out whether EG there's any foreign funds or insider buying in here, and it's also good to put in to see what kind of perspective you see right now. And you can see whether going back to the beginning, there you go. All right, this is actually a very good study of EG. Okay, so you can switch on to a 6-month chart, switch on the 3-month chart here, and then you can sort of scroll back and you can see. So right now, after the main buying in here, you can see they're starting to sell right now. All right, starting to sell, then tend to push it even higher. Beginning selling has beginning. So what does that tell you, right? And many of you know, once we see the kind of selling in here, be ready to buy. So right now we can really see the big movement, like one of the members was saying, the pushing up of the price, releasing those stocks, and we are evident to see on the insider report, something that I feel that many of you may find it very, very useful to know the kind of shares. So never ever buy any shares without first checking the insider buying and selling. Especially you want to look back on the last 6-month transaction, able to see the kind of visibility that we see here. So that will give you. And let's look at SMI too. Okay, if you have seen any of those stocks. Okay, let's take a look at SMI here. All right, so SMI, now SMI, you could see there is none of those friendly insider transaction buying. Usually they are. So this kind of thing, they're non-friendly ones, so we have to be a bit careful lah. Yeah, so sometimes we see this kind of stock goes up, but we do not know where they're, unless you catch it on the green pentagon, which is about this point here, 22nd of December, which is on top of me here. So make sure you use the VSA 360, and then you'll get, if not, you can check out the free trial and get hold of it, and you will find a real difference into that. All right, so going back to here, we got some of these other didn't perform well. We will have some stocks that don't perform well, but those who perform well outgrown, and see that power of the Pentagon winner and seller in here. Now of course, KLCI right now is range bound between the 140 and 150. So knowing this would definitely help. You have seen the KLCI later on, red pentagon, then followed by a green pentagon in here in the range bound, right? But I do think that the sign of weakness is coming out, and look out for the red pentagon as we've seen S3 distribution. This is where we are right now on the VSA 360 in here, and maybe we go back and check it out again. Go to VSA 360 here. And you can see here early on we have some connection, so it has been fixed already. Right now you can see top glove has turned green pentagon. Wow, that's interesting. Let's take a look at top glove and see where it is right now. So the rubber glove has turned green pentagon, but then again, last night, this could be just a rebound. Let's take a look also in an insider. That's a lot of insider buying right now. You can see, call to sell. There's a call to sell at 60 cent, call to sell at 60 cent, but there's a lot of transfer, 82K, 76K, 160K, and Tan Sri has transferred something, 160K, but 3 million, Tong Siu Bi, I think that's Tan Sri's wife, Lim Jing Fen, that could be part of the family, the Lim family lah. Then he bought another 3 million, and he bought another 3 million here, upper level in here. So there were a lot of call to sell, right? But it does look like Tan Sri is been buying a lot of this stock. So if you want to check out some of this stock, let me know. Just pencil in on the comment section, then you can look at it in here. So that's really good to really see this visibly. Hatta Lega also turned green, and they're all like abang adik lah. So one turn green pentagon, the rest turn. Data Sonic also turned green pentagon. So you can take a look at Data Sonic here. So Data Sonic, and you can choose. Oh, that's a call to buy. That's right. Data Sonic call. There were a transfer share Chu BB. All right, Chu Bang Bang. Bang 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 Ben Ben. Okay, I think I saw his name here. What was it? Somewhere here? Transfer. Oh, 12 million. Now let's take a look at who is Chu Ben Ben. He is the MD. Okay, so something is cooking in here. We're going to look back the last 6 months. Not much buying. You could see here a lot of selling in here. So only one buying only, which is 4.1 million share. I do think that, like on what we talked about Wednesday, this may not be a pretty good kind of shares. We want to see the kind of series of buying. I think Nora, which is one of our member in here, are pretty equipped with that one, all right? Using that, and that will put you into a very stronger position right now, all right? So this is where we are right now, and let's take a look at some of the others. We got Hatta 2 here, and TT2 and CCL, all right? TT2 and CCL. So you want to check it out later. And Data Prep also turned green pentagon, and DG has also turned green pentagon too. Okay, so let's look at the next is between the dashboard. So that also gives you a nice visibility, completes the full picture of the tracking and following the smart money, which always been the vision of TradeVSA, to enable all our users to follow the market much better from here onwards. So right now you have seen in here energy sectors has weakened a bit. You can see many of these sectors has weakened. Last week was a stronger sector. Everything has sort of turned downwards. Last week, this week, last week, this week, you can see that. This morning we are down 3 points, because that also followed from the US side, as we see on top here, down 1%, but only Singapore is up 0.5% here. All right, just waiting for the remaining stocks to refresh as it fetches from the server. Right now we are still down this year. You can see 0.75%, right? And SMI seems to be the one on target. CY Park, Tech Cycle, I think I've shown you that one already. So we're just waiting for the weekly flow here. There you go. Now the thing that is really positive here, let me just bring this up, is the 4 consecutive week of buying. So that's really positive. So that also tells you that the market may not go down, right? It's following the US market as you've seen before, but foreign funds coming in, it's a very positive thing. And that's what we are seeing, land between the hard and the soft. At one point the market's going down, but guess what? Foreign funds is net buying. You could see here, that's 100 million for first time. You can see the last time they bought 100 million was 87, 80, 99, and then 78 here. So that gives you a perspective of how this market is pretty good in here. And also we want to look at this market, which is the sectors. Very quickly in here, we just want to while it's picking up those shares. Okay, looks like it's still fetching in here. We'll come back shortly in here while this fetches from the server, right? And also this is the next week talk. Okay, don't forget this coming Wednesday we have 3 speakers including myself for the Wednesday talk in here. Check it out on VSA 360 in here. So that's going to be still loading there, right? Okay, so let's go on to the others. There's no 0 on my own alert in here because I haven't been putting much alert. I've been trading a lot on those intraday charts. Okay, and also the intraday alert in here. So what we have seen right now, we have turned green Pentagon, and this big push or the big reversal, the big rally away from the 1460 was due to foreign funds buying. But then we have the upthrust. That means the local maybe is just selling in here. So look like weakness is setting in right now because of the US interest rate. Now if you look at the futures chart, all right, which is on the TradingView VSA market stages, we would see that the red Pentagon is still dominant in here, hasn't turned yet. Now remember, the futures FKLI is always been a lagging indicator, a leading indicator as such that it hasn't done green Pentagon yet. So no choice, we just have to wait for it. And if we do see the cross down, we might see this market down. But the good news is foreign funds are coming in to buy. So let's take a look at the Pentagon Guider in here. And let's take a look. Yes, that's right. We already have all our sectors are in. So we can see 50-50 KLCI is green. Technology is still red, right? Such that you can see that's what that big sell-off that we have here. Then we have construction. What's green Pentagon is healthcare, just turned green Pentagon. All right, and then we have this big up move in here. I don't know what was the reason. I have to check out some of the background reason behind that big move, but you notice it first with the healthcare. Okay, energy stock continue to go higher, so run your energy stock. Industrial product still continue to run your industrial product. Those who have it. Plantation just starting to move up. Plantation is sort of tagged to the overall Russian-Ukraine war in here, and some of these stuff has not turned green Pentagon in here. So that's give you a perspective of some of the things that we are looking at in here. This morning, if you look at the ticker that scrolls about in here, big movement is Minda, biggest volume, SMRT. Wow, that's the one. SMRT yesterday came out on the volume alert, right? The volume alert. So you look at SMRT. These are so-called very fast moving shares in here. Yesterday was up 17%. This morning is up 30%. And this kind of shares, it can go up and down very, very fast one, right? You can see it shoot up right now. And this is really one of those penny shares in here, fast in, fast out. But if you want to play those shares, use the insider. Maybe we can check out the insider, whether we can see any insider or not. Okay, SMRT. I can tell you there's maybe very little. What do they do? Technology, digital services, right? You go up to special flagship, go back 6 months. Yep, you don't see this, right? And usually that's the case. Some of these stocks that move upward, they are what we call non-friendly insider disclosure. You won't be able to see this in here. Unlike some of the blue chip stocks, you will see disclosure in here. So Victory, Platinum, that's a property, right? I do think some of these are really property shares in here. You can sort of click on and see what they do and find out more, right? But what better way to use it in here? So next, so let's look at the intraday alert this morning on our VSA 360 in here as part and parcel to look for shares to trade. Okay, you can see we only have Minda. All right, so we saw that Minda turned green Pentagon that 1033, but we have Thales Work, Hong Leong. Okay, let's look at Thales Work and Hong Leong. Okay, let's Thales Work, which is this one. Yep, nice green Pentagon in here. What do you think? All right, do you think that this is just happening as it is? The other one is Hong Leong Industry, right? I'm looking for it. Apparently, I can't find it. HLA. Let me go back to the intraday alert. this one here. Okay, you can see pretty nice one. The shape is pretty much, you can actually see it from here actually. You don't need to go in. It's the same as what you see here. And then you have beta also coming in here. Continue. So those of you who are riding on the beta intraday trading, that's a nice one in here. But I'll focus this morning. Minda, you don't want to trade this. This is 8-cent shares. EVD is also 19 shares. Not something like that I want to be looking at, just too small. So good one is Thales work. So next week we're going to be coming back to check it out in here, how well you have performed. If you're intending to trade that, please have your risk management in place, right? This stock has moved up 2% in here, so not has run out like what we saw for the SMRT, run about almost 30%. Who knows, this might just run another 30% or higher for that one. All right, so that's a good prognosis we have seen in here. So Thales work. So next week we're going to be coming back. So let's look at the interesting latest feature of 2023 insider buying and selling. And of course, some of the things I've talked about, which are raised also by the growth investor, very famous one by Peter Lynch. He said that insider might just sell their shares for a number of reasons, but when they buy, prices will rise. Okay, so keep this in mind. So buy, we are looking for buying, and also confirmed by the studies by a couple of PhD students on University Pertanian, says that they did study way back even before the financial crisis 2003 to 2008. It is very prevalent, the insider trading. Looks into the market volatility, and there is some abnormal return that you can achieve up to 3 months for that one here. So in our VSA 360, continue to promote this to all our members, right? You can see there's a call to buy, call to sell, call to hold by the analysts. So you can actually see buying insider, selling insider. Those are the ones we're looking at, but pay more attention to the buying in here. Then we have the transfer. They usually transfer the shares once the shares has sort of hit a certain profit target, those insider in here, and others are bonus issue. All right, a bonus issue here. So you can see from here, this is a very classical long-term accumulations. And even on, check out Gita Global. All right, Gita Global too is another share. Just before Agong buys it. I think Agong buy about 32 million shares of it. Then the market sort of just run up, right? So that's what they say, insider buying sure can make money. When Agong so buy share, right? Isn't it? Right? Can you imagine if you recommend one share to Agong lose money? You habis. All right, isn't it? Okay. So yep, high result. Okay. So you can see from the insider buying in here, shares started to go up and push up to the higher level in here, crank up almost 150% in here, hit buy in here, so time to take. And also another one, Toyo. So pay attention to the setup of the chart, and also a lot of those pin flag, all right, BBB, that means they are buying in here and then hit high. And look who's buying right now, which is available on VSA 360. Now last week on the 2nd of February, we demoed an NWP. All right, so let's take a look at NWP. Where is NWP right now? Okay, we go back to here. Okay, so NWP. Okay, if this is slow, we just switch on to our trading view chart. All right, NWP, which is it's a stock. Yep, continue. It did hit a high. Okay, that was on the 2nd of February, right? 2nd of February was here. It hit high and then have a 2-bar reversal. Little bit of weakness set in. Got an upthrust, but this morning it's still up again. What do you think? Do you think it's going to go up or not? We're still waiting for NWP to come up so we can see the insider buying or not. And right now there's just lots of traffic at morning. A lot of users just want to look at their stocks, and that's, you know, looking into what we've seen so far here. Okay, NWP, you can see right now it's up here, right? Okay, charts. Oh, there's still 500k. That's 3.6 million. That tells you a lot, right? About this person. That's a huge amount. 1.7 and 2 million. So that already tell you NW. Do you see any selling? Let's go back to 6 months. No selling in here. So I don't know where this NW is going to go, but I'd rather put my money with these fellas in here, which I do have shares on display in here, NWP. All right, let's take a look at another one, which we demo to 9th of February. Remember, Tenko was going higher, right? And I did ask the audience at that time, what do you think? Tenko this morning, do you think that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 selling and buying? Where do you think is Tenko right now? Anybody? Those of you who are, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out, right? What do we see here? Tenko. Where is Tenko likely? Just pencil those in your comment. I'd like to see what you think. If you have this edge already. All right. Come on, audience. All right. I want to see what you think. All right. Maybe there's a delay time in here. Let me think where is Tenko is likely to be. If you see a lot of selling. Let's take a look at Tenko right now. Right, and you can see immediately Tenko come back down, right? Because they are already selling in here. So that's pretty evidence. So before you buy any stocks, make sure you check out the insider buying and selling. That would give you an edge into this market that you're seeing in here, right? It doesn't take a genius to figure out, and that's why this is something that you must have as part of something we talked about earlier on Wednesday, the tools that you need to go out and fight in this KLCI market in here. All right, so 9th of February in here, and let's talk about the demo for this week. Okay, this week we have what stocks? We have MYEG. Now if you look at MYEG, there's a whole lot of selling in here. There's a lot of call to buy, so there's a lot of conflicting thing in here. But what is the predominating theme that you see right now in here? Call to buy, analysts will go in and support. Call to hold, call to buy. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to the VSA 360 and check it out on this stock in here. Okay. MYEG. All right, let's see this thing in here. All right, we'll take about a minute to get all the necessary information, but definitely you can see here, this is previously NWP was a very nice chart to look at. Now, if you have any stocks that you want me to check it out, feel free to pencil those in there. Some of you may just be showing that, but not really hooking up to the server to see that. Okay, this is going to be a while in here coming back. You might want to check it out later when the server is not so busy, maybe during the office hour, right? A lot of people check it out during the office hour, and that's why the server is really handling a lot of the loads that we've seen so far. All right, there you go. MYEG finally is here. And you can see right now we got, okay, first of all, let's take a look at this last 2 weeks transaction. Maybe you can't see it well. I would probably just, bring it up in here and put it into this chart. All right, you can see right now, right? So just shrink it a bit. So there was a buying by EPF. So there's a call to buy by MIDF at $1, right? 17.5 million buying. Okay, of course, the CEO, the owner bought it, Tian Sun. Then you got EPF buy, sold 30 million, sold 500k, 16 million, sold EPF. So EPF is selling, EPF is selling 62 million, right? EPF sells a lot in here, so a lot of the selling was actually caused by EPF. Then call to buy by Maybank 101, 120, and 120 in here. Who sold? EPF sold. Well, he also sell 20 million, right? Is it 20 million? Wong Tiem, okay, and 1.5 million KWP. Then call to hold, call to buy, UOB buy at 98 cents, and buy 2 million and buy 2 million. So see that? How much is that? That is 20 million. So you can see that the CEO already sold 20 million. So do you think that MYG is going to go higher? Do you think that despite the call that was made by the analysts here, call to hold, and this one small chicken feet most important is that he bought, see here, now you cannot run away one. He bought, here he bought 5 million, right? 5 million he bought, then he sold 20 million, and then he buy back 2 million. So net out is still selling lah. So this time we all also get smarter lah. Okay. So yes, we got Zulfikri want me to look at the Care Plus, right? Definitely. So this is the direction. Where is the direction likely to go? What do you think? Let me hear your review. Pencil those in there, just as what we did for Tenko. Okay. So again, our main focus has always been our students, which is you, those of you, our members who have it in here. We generally want to train you in our orientation beginning March 2023, which is next month, we like to invite you to begin your journey, right, with the TradeVSA onboarding orientation, which we will start right now. So if you're not, just join our 10-day free trial to try it out in here, and if you feel that this is something that fits you and suits you, just like what we have seen with the earlier stocks like CY Park, and you want to check it out, this is one way to make money and use our packages, right? We have 3 packages in here, very affordable in here, and great reviews from our TradeVSA. We also love to hear your feedback. And right now we got Limui wanted me to look at Fiamma. Okay, we'll certainly do that. But just take note, the servers are heavy loaded right now. So we look at Fiamma, which is our member here. So make sure, Limui, use the VSA 360 that you have here, right? Ensure that you have the okay, this will take a little bit of time. Okay. Now we might not able to make it because due to the heavy load that the server is taking up in here. Okay. It is coming in, but you just need to wait for some time. We're not able to review it, but hopefully I'll be able to do it on another time due to the restricted time that we have, Fiamma and Care Plus. But I will reply back to you with regards to the insider buying. Right now, just as said that plenty of heavy load it is putting on the server right now in here, as we also have a couple of background processing going on here. So I believe if you're not, yes, Fiamma is back now finally, as we talk about in here. So you look at that, only selling all the way. Okay, call to hold, there are lots of selling in here. There was no buying, you can see here, right? Interesting enough. Switch to a 3-month chart, you can scroll. So there's lots of selling. Datin Wong Mei Ling. Okay, that is, okay, this usually they use a wife one. Okay, then you see a few more here. We go. Let's check out who this guy is. We go is businessman, entrepreneur, carpets, so and so forth. You know, you can see this on Fiamma. All right, and let's take a look at others. Okay, we go. Okay, a lot of we go. So he actually been selling it a bit. All right, and surprise, even after he sold it, this stock can still go up to about almost a 20% return, right? And then finally came back down. He didn't sell at the top. He only sold, this is the wife. Oh, this is a lot, 150 million. So if we sold 150 million, this stock, I don't potentially. Now, right now you can see it does has a green pentagon in here, but if it does go back to 120, you need to use technicals. Okay, for this one, relying on insider is a no-no because there's a lot of selling in here. Usually the stocks has a lot of sell. I generally don't want to buy it because I want to hold it a bit longer. So I do hope that what I have here answer Limoy. Okay, that's all the time we have. Unfortunately, Zulfikri, I would reply to you after the talk, after this talk in here, and do check out our YouTube channel. Right, for this all our video and I hope that you enjoy what you have seen this morning in here, and don't forget to subscribe to the VSA 360 and do the 10-day free trial right now. That's all we have. Thank you for coming.